Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? Y'all give me housekeeping, 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 housekeeping. And everybody, y'all know what I need y'all to do. Tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live. Tap it, 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 tap it. Let's see. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Tap that screen, tap that screen. Hey, glam artist. Hey, Oppose. Hey, Raw. Hey, Tim. Hey, Lady Thompson. What's going on? Okay. So let's go through housekeeping. And then once we get through housekeeping, we can go ahead and get through education. And I'm not going to be on all night long because I still have a lot of work to do. I have so much work to do at the house. I host Christmas every year. And so and you said you've been running like crazy. Me too. And also outside of hosting Christmas, I have clients that, we're like wrapping up end of year stuff for them. Hey, procurement queen. So I just got a lot going on. Okay. Hey, Aaron. Thank you, baby. I got a lot going on. So y'all tap the screen, share the live. Y'all know what I need you to do. Thank you, Jay Janice. I need to like. Um, you said you said you've been waiting on me. Well, thank you. I know I haven't been live in like 5 or 6 days because I like y'all. So I think y'all forget because of the following that I have on social media that I'm not a full time content creator. Like I still work, I still run my businesses. So that always comes first for me. Well, family, then, the business stuff. But anyway, mama had a procedure yesterday, and then I got like my regular work stuff with my clients. Thank you, Jay Janice. Yes, and I've been trying to get the house ready as far as like a little extra cleaning, getting caught up on laundry and stuff, and just stuff. Also, some of you guys know this because the bloggers tried to drag me, and maybe I'll come back on tonight for a story time. It'll be late, but long story long, they had called themselves trying to expose me and put my business out about this lawsuit, but we went to court, and guess who won? Me. How about that? Look at God work. So anyway, housekeeping number one, y'all know we're doing the giveaway. I had to put it on pause for a couple weeks because we need to get through Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but we're going to be drawing for this bag at the end of the month. So if you send me that little gift that's pinned, that gets you an entry for this. I'm also giving away a $30,000 coaching package where I'll be working with you guys one to one. To get entered for the coaching package, you have to send a castle or a lion, okay, or of course a universe, and that gets you double entries. You get entries for the bag and for the coaching. So yes, the same person could win this $7,800 purse, and they could also win the $30,000 coaching. In addition to coaching, we're also giving away funnels. And so whenever you send the castles and when you send the lions and the universes, that also gets you entries for the funnel, a $15,000 full funnel, which includes your opt-in page, confirmation page, thank you page, script for your video, graphics for your product or your service, if those are needed as well, the copy for the page, and all of your sales emails, and all of it to be connected. Okay. So, yeah. And for those of you that are wondering why the coaching is a big deal, because I have helped several clients hit 6, 7, and 8 figures. Almost 900 of my clients are 6-figure earners. If you're in here, if I've helped you make money, drop the money bags, the dollar signs, the credit card emojis, the euro, the yen, the dinero, whatever makes you feel good down in your shanana. I have 177 clients now that have made $1 million and underneath a year. Hopefully we'll be at like about 184, 185. We'll see in the next week how everybody's numbers shake out. And on top of that, I have 5 clients I've helped earn over $10 million in a year. Thank you for everybody that's dropping the money bags. Yeah, we get coins over here. So, okay. Now, y'all know if we were out here talking about some trendy stuff, if I was talking about cooking with Kaya or something, or what's the Heisman winner's name? Him and his fiance, like the room would be crazy. The numbers, the little eyeball chat man would be like at 1,000 over here. But whenever we talk about things that are serious, that are like affecting your day-to-day life, literally your ability to pay bills, the numbers are always low. So I need y'all to do your thing and help me out. Whenever we do topics like this, y'all gotta tap the screen like crazy. Instagram, I don't know why y'all be hating with the taps, okay? But y'all need to tap the screen. I need y'all to share the live, and I need y'all to invite. Oh yeah, we only got one share. Y'all hating. Y'all hating over here in TikTok. Only one person has shared. Okay. Let's go ahead and get like another 15, 20 people to share. You watching me on Facebook, go ahead and share the live. You watching me on YouTube, go ahead and share the live. Go ahead and get that done. Baby, share doesn't cost a thing. Other people being here be like, if you don't cash at me at least $1,000, I'm not gonna talk. I don't even do that. Okay. Will we be, hey fabulous one, will we be out with some community conversations, some more exciting stuff? Yeah, I'll probably get to that later on this weekend, but right now we need to be focused on that Mignon. Okay, that's what we need to be focused on. So how many people, guys, are aware that Donald Trump has announced that he wants to build a reserve for Bitcoin? How many of y'all are aware of that? If you know, give me a 1. If you had no idea, give me a number 2. Okay, how many of you guys are aware, or how many of you guys even know who Michelle Neal is? I want to make sure I got her name right. I don't cross up the names. So Michelle Neal used to work for the Feds, and she has left. And guess who she's working for now? Finality DLT. It's a payment exchange that moves crypto. And then the number 2 guy at the Federal Reserve, his name is, I've been keeping up with him for a while, Michael Barr. He left Ripple, and y'all know I love Ripple, and he now works for the Feds. Aaron, thank you for my badge. Okay. So, people always talk about wealth exchanges that are about to happen. This is going down right now in front of our faces, and it's not going to be the traditional exchange of wealth. So tonight we're just going to talk about things that you need to do. We're going to continue the conversation on things you need to do to prepare yourself. And a lot of people, for whatever reason, even though myself and several other creators that work in like the financial accounting and the business space before the election, we were sharing the differences between the tax plans of the 2 candidates. And I have no idea how so many people did not understand that Trump's plan was actually going to be a tax increase for over 80% of Americans. I saw today that someone said it's going to be a tax increase for over 90% of Americans. I'm not quite sure about the 90%, but 80% for sure. Is there anybody in here that currently earns over $360,000 a year? If you earn over $360,000 a year, give me a crown emoji. Because if you earn less than $360,000 a year, your taxes are going up. Hey, I see a couple crowns. Shout out to all the big baller shot callers. Okay. Now, there are some of you guys. Let me go and say this so I can get this out the way, and we can get into the conversation for tonight. Okay, yeah, ain't that many crowns rolling through here. Okay, some of you guys know. I'm not even gonna try and clean it up. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all the way I would talk to my sisters, the way I talk to my cousins. Okay, across from the kitchen table. Okay. A lot of you guys have been dragging your feet about your business and about your investments. I need you to buckle up, Buttercup, and I need you to stop with the BS. That's what I'm telling you right now. Blink, blink, blink. And some of y'all have been out here lying to yourself, saying that you're going to fix your credit. No, you're not. You're not going to do it. If you were going to fix your credit, you would have already done it. Go ahead and pay that lady or pay that man so they can get your credit tightened up. Okay. Stop trying to do the CPN stuff and go to prison, because there are several of y'all that are getting busted for this. And now y'all are out here on 7, 8, 9 years probation, or having to do 3, 4 years fed time. You need to pray. I'm praying right now that you're released from the get over spirit to where you want to scam, scheme, you want to cook up a scheme with Todd so you think you can run some Navy Federal play or American Express play. No, you can't. That's bank fraud. Okay. I'm going to pray that you guys are delivered from that. The next thing I'm going to tell you to do, if you've been lying to yourself, saying that you're going to build your tree, you're going to build your landing page, you're going to build your website. No, you're not. Pay the person to do it. And don't say that you don't have money to do it. You do have money to do it because you have money to go to brunch. You have money to buy $12 and $14 margaritas. You have money to get on Fashion Nova or Shein and buy a bunch of clothes, even though you're just paying $9, $10, $20 for that. It's adding up. I sit here and I watch some of y'all buy 9, 10 body glazes at a time. Baby, you ain't even got that much body. Okay, now, like let's just keep it a buck. Okay, now for those of you that are very serious and for whatever reason you couldn't get into Instacoin, that's my flagship program. I have a 12-week mentorship program. We get started in January. That's in a couple of weeks. Okay, if you know you need help building your business, you need help building your community, you need help building your audience, you need help with your pricing, you need help building your automations. Okay, if you know that you need help with all of that, make sure you click the link in the bio and tap my first button so you can see all the details about Kingdom Essentials Plus. Okay, it's the second button when you click the link in my bio so you can see the details. All right, now that we got that out, let's go ahead because people always like to meet me with that they don't have the money for it. Understand this and listen to what I'm about to tell you right now. You cannot afford to keep the same mindset that you have. You cannot keep telling yourself you don't have the money for some of these things that I'm going to be sharing with you, because if you don't find a way to make the money for it so that you can increase your revenue, you can increase your profits, you can increase your income, you're going to be out here living in a cardboard box. Blink, blink, blink. Okay, I don't have another way to say it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like trying to be cutesy, trying to be gentle, trying to be soft with you guys when it's coming to some of these things, it's not sinking in. And people love to tell themselves that they can't afford to do something. And the reality is you can't afford not to. And right now we're in a situation where you can't afford not to. Okay. So we all know that Republican administrations like businesses and they like investors. Everybody put business and investors in the chat. Business and investors, business and investors, business and investors. Okay. They don't like regular W-2 employees. You're going to get your advantages if you are a business or an investor. That's it. That's all. There's not a way around it. Okay. They are, look, I want y'all to look at the cabinet that Donald Trump has chosen. I want you to look at his recommendations. Have y'all noticed anything in common about this particular cabinet for this administration? They're all business owners. They're all investors. Majority of them are billionaires, and the few that are not billionaires, net worth is over 500 million. Oh no, baby, that's not rich, that's wealthy. Wealthy is when you get to the point where your money works for you and you don't have to do anything else. Rich people make a lot of money, but rich people still have to work for their money. See, I'm right. They have crossed over from rich to wealthy. Billion, put a B. The majority of them are billionaires, okay? And when you look at the ideology and the way that they want to strip the government or the way that they want to maneuver the government, right, to get into efficiency is what they're trying to cloak it in. It's not efficiency, it's leaning out. Have you, any of you guys ever worked for a corporation or a company and they bring somebody in to run the numbers and then the company leans out? And by leaning out, that means a lot of people get laid off. I need you to have that vantage point, that viewpoint, because that's what's happening. Except for this is the thing, you're the people, American citizens, we're the people that are being laid off. You're going to be the people that can't pay your bills. You're going to be the people that can't afford a home. You're going to be the people that lose your fast food, or your kids lose their fast food. So now they can't go to college and they're forced to go and work for one of these large corporations. I'm just trying to get you guys, I'm just trying to get y'all to understand. Okay. So if you guys haven't had an opportunity, you can go Google the tax plan. I also put up a post on Instagram and TikTok, and I have it there. But under the proposed tax cuts, if you earn $28,600 or less than that, aka you're probably on a fixed income. This could be someone that's retired. This could be maybe a student, right? Maybe they're going to school and they're working part-time, something like that. Somebody that already has a limited income, your taxes are going up $790. $790. Now, y'all know if you're on a fixed income and you're bringing 28,600 is what you're bringing home. Blink, blink, blink. That's not even $2,500 a month. $790, almost $800 annually is a big deal. Okay. If you earn in between $28,600 and $55,000, then your taxes are going up by $1,430. About 50% of you guys fall into this $28,600 to $55,000 range. So your taxes are going up $1,430. Okay. If you are earning in between $55,100 and $94,100, then your taxes are going up by $1,530. Good percentage of you guys fall into that category, okay? If you earn in between $94,100 and $157,500, so if you are a six-figure, okay, earner, I was going to say six-figure something else. I can't say. I can't say the other thing I was about to say, but if you're a six-figure getter, okay, we'll call you a six-figure getter. If you're a six-figure getter, your taxes are going up by $1,790. So basically $1,800 is what your taxes are going up. And if you earn in between $157,500, $360,000, your taxes are going to go up by $610. And if you are out here in these streets and you earn over $360,000, but under $914,900, you're going to get a tax break of $7,160. And if you're in the top 1%, you're going to be at meaning you earn over $914,900. You are going to get a huge tax break. $36,320 is going to be your tax break. So, long story long, the majority of people in this room, because when I asked who makes over $360,000, there were literally only about 5 of you guys that gave me the little crown emoji. Okay. So the majority of you guys in here, your taxes are going up. Now, what has your big cousin Ashley Ann been telling you to do for months and months and months and months and months? I have told you to get a LLC. We have done several live streams where I've talked about how you leverage your LLC. Okay. So there are some things that Donald Trump is extending in his tax plan, right? But these are only for business owners because, as I told you, Republican administrations typically favor businesses and investors. Okay? So things that you can invest in, and I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just sharing with you things that have worked for me and that have worked for thousands of my clients to put them in much better situations. Okay? So IULs, hey, Add to Cart Beauty. Thank you for my dancing man. Okay, things that have worked for my clients. IULs, Index Universal Policies. Okay, the real cool thing about Index Universal Life Insurance Policies is they have a living benefit and they also have a death benefit. You can use the living benefit to basically become your own bank. The living benefit can also be passed down to people inside of your family. So when it's time for you to purchase something, you can tap into your policy to purchase. This is great. So if your taxes are going up, instead of you having to pay that to Uncle Sam, why not get an IUL and why not put $200, $300, $400, right, a month into your IUL? So now you can earn compounding interest. Also, you're going to get dividends. All IULs don't pay dividends, but a lot of them do pay dividends, and you're going to reinvest the dividends. You're not going to touch them. You're just going to get it and you're going to reinvest it back into the policy. So now you're earning the 8 to 12% interest that the market is gaining, and you're getting the interest on your money instead of having to pay this into Uncle Sam. Okay. And the beautiful thing about when you tap into your IUL, you don't have to wait until you're 72. You don't have to wait until you're 65 or 67. Okay. The way that you have to with maybe like your Roth or your IRA, you don't have to do that. Now, if you want to pull against, let's say you want to buy a house, you want to start a business, you want to purchase a car, maybe one of your kids are getting married or something, you want to pay for the wedding. Maybe there's some land that you want to purchase. Well, what you do is you pull against your policy. wealthy out of the living benefit, okay? And essentially you take a loan against yourself. So now you're not being penalized. Does that make sense? Blink, blink, blink. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down. These are very small things that you can do, and you don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to be wealthy to start implementing these things into your life. They will put you in a situation so you can become wealthy. Yes, the cash value increases after the first 3 years. Absolutely, positively, 100% pre-insured. And so you want to be pushing that money into there. Now, when we think about it, would you rather pay that $1,800 tax increase, or would you rather put it into a policy that you're going to be able to use for yourself and for your family? Okay. Next thing that you guys can start investing in, a lot of people don't have the time to sit down and study individual companies, right? So whenever we start looking at the stock market, there are these really cool things called index funds, okay? Index funds allow you to get like a little piece of the market. So you can get index funds for everything. They have index funds for gold. They have index funds for real estate. They have index funds for the Vanguard. That's the whole entire market. They have index funds for the S&P 500. That's a whole entire market. Okay. You say I'm a licensed insurance agent who can help with IULs. Oh, awesome. Forever Rise and Rose. Y'all, Forever Rise and Rose says that they're a licensed insurance agent. So y'all can check out Forever Rise and Rose and see. But yeah. Okay, so I recommend index funds. Okay, I recommend index funds, or either like products or companies that you really use on a regular basis, you purchasing stock in those. And I'm not talking about you being a swing trader. Now, if you're interested in learning how to be a swing trader or day trader, you can follow Tay Sweat, Terry Ijeoma, or Wall Street Trapper. I've known those three people for years. I know for a fact that they are legit. I know people. I even use some of their trading strategies. Okay, a lot of times to day trade, though, you're going to have to open up your account with at least $25,000. Most people don't have $25,000 laying around that they can just actively put into the market. However, if you want to purchase those index funds, you don't have to have that much, right? And if you want to purchase a piece of these companies, you can start purchasing those on a regular basis, and you would be surprised. Okay. Now, if you don't have a bigger trading account, which you don't have to have, most people don't have larger trading accounts because they're not moving hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars through the market. But for a regular person, y'all, you literally can get, there are two apps. One's called Robinhood and one's called Coinbase. They will allow you to buy little portions of the market. So I know you think it's not that big of a deal, but instead of you going to Wendy's, or going to Chick-fil-A or wherever you're going to grab your lunch at work, and you're looking and you spent that $20, maybe you take that $20 instead and you're going to start purchasing little pieces of the market. I know you think that it's not that big of a deal, but I'm telling you this, it will add up over time. And that is, once you eat that sandwich or you eat those fries, you don't have anything else to show for it, right? But this is a way that you can actually start building up income for yourself. Okay. The next thing y'all know I'm a big crypto fan. I've been purchasing crypto for years. I'm into it. Y'all know one of my favorite coins is Ripple. Anybody that's been following me since Periscope days, y'all know I've been telling you about Ripple for years, baby. Ripple is up. I started purchasing Ripple when it was like 3 cents. Blink, blink, blink. If that gives you any idea how long I have been purchasing Ripple, okay? Ripple is a wonderful investment. I feel like it was last year, like last summer or spring or something. I did this long broadcast. We went through like a 2 or 3 day series, and people were like, "Oh, it's not safe. I'm afraid of it." I was like, "Buy it." I was like, I think when we were going through that, it was only like 20 something cent to purchase. I think it had worked its way up to like 50 cent or something by the end of the year. But long story long, when I was telling you guys to purchase Ripple, I kept explaining to you that a lot of the large banks are starting to purchase Ripple. Don't pay attention to what these people are saying in the media. Pay attention to these larger movers, right? And when you start seeing Goldman Sachs, you start seeing JP Morgan, you start seeing Wells Fargo, and they're going in and buying bukus of this coin because they plan on using it to be able to exchange, transfer, and trade money. This is a good investment, okay? So Ripple is still pretty affordable. I think it's only like, I think when I looked earlier this morning, it was around like $2.50 a coin, which is still really inexpensive. I think Ripple's going to be as big as Bitcoin. Okay, that's just my feeling. Okay, that's how I feel about it personally. You do what you want to do. Okay, there are a couple other things. I love Stellar. I own a lot of Stellar, a lot of Ethereum. Only $2.50. Very inexpensive. A Bitcoin is worth like $100,000 right now, right? So you have the opportunity to get in at the base, still like at the base level. But a lot of us that have Ripple, we literally have, our money has quadrupled in the past like month, and we have not had to do anything. Okay, so crypto, again, I'm not recommend you guys get in and start day trading, because in order to day trade or swing trade, you have to be able to spend a lot of time investigating, researching, and learning companies. Y'all, please make sure you're tapping the screen and then also sharing the live. Share. I like XLM. I hold quite a bit of XLM. I like it a lot. I like HBAR too. XDC. Anyway, I don't want to get into like everything that I carry, but yeah, I like XLM too. So yeah. So anyway, long story long, again, these are things where literally, like, I'm not joking. You can take $5, $10, a little extra, $25, $35 at the end of the month and put yourself in a much stronger financial situation. Another thing I would encourage you to purchase, even if you need to team up with a couple people in your family or a couple of friends, if you can get your hand on some land, or if you can go look up the opportunity zones inside of your city, and you can purchase some duplexes, triplexes, or quadplexes. Okay? Duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes. Duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes. Duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes. I'm going to keep saying that. Duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes. The reason you want to be able to purchase those is because, one, they're multi-housing. Number two, it would give you somewhere to stay if you needed to stay inside of one of the units. And number three, you can be able to make money from renting them. The reason I'm telling you particularly to look inside of opportunity zones, because opportunity zones are where you're going to be able to find these properties at an affordable rate. Okay, we want to be able to have them at an affordable. You said that's what I did with my dad on a triplex, knee for knee. That's amazing. That's incredible that you were able to do that with your dad, and that is so smart. Okay, you're going to be able to purchase these properties for like pennies on the dollar. And the cool thing about opportunity zones, normally those are areas that get gentrified. And so normally a big conglomerate corporation, a city entity, somebody will come by, and honestly, you can buy it, keep the grass cut on it, and somebody will come and buy off of you if you don't want to put the work into flipping it. So even if you just want to be a land squatter, which is what I do, I like to purchase land I like to purchase land that's in great places. And I just purchase the land and sit back, and people call me and they make offers to purchase it for me. It's a really, really great way to be able to increase your wealth. Also, is really, really dope to have an asset that you can borrow against if you need a line of credit. Okay. So we're just starting small. Okay. These are some things that you need to be doing. Now, next, y'all don't want to hear this. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. I'm just telling you the truth. You're going to do what you want to do. This is also really a smart time for multi-generational housing. If you're somewhere and your lease is about to be up in a couple of months, and if there's there's a way maybe for you to get a roommate, or if there's somewhere where you can go and squat, they'll allow you to come and live with them maybe for 6 months or 8 months. I would highly recommend it, because this is what I feel, what I suspect is going to happen. And people will tell you, though, that have been with me for a long time, they'll tell you I read the wind and I be reading it right. They'll tell you I read the wind and I read it right. I feel like there's going to be a period. It's going to be somewhere between 6 to 12 months. I feel like they are going to be able to get those interest rates down. And that's going to be the time that you want to purchase a home if you would like to be a homeowner. So and I know everybody doesn't have the best situation, okay? I was very blessed to have two extremely loving, supportive parents. And anytime, you know what I mean, there was one point in time I moved back home. I moved back home to stack my money, get some stuff together. One of the best decisions I ever made. It gave me the tens of thousands of dollars that I needed to be able to inject into my business. And literally, that is how I was able to turn my first million that year. The first year I hit a million, I actually did like, I think 1.3 million that year. But one of the things I did is I moved back home with my parents, and my parents are very, very supportive. So they were like, yeah, they were happy to have me back in the house. So I was able to stack up all of my money and put it to where it needed to go. And so if you have parents, if you have a sibling, maybe you have a cousin, if you have a best friend, and like, don't be a trifling heifer either. If you're going to move back to somebody's house, you said I went to live back with my mom for 3 years and saved for my triplex. It was a blessing. Absolutely. This is about doing things that you need to do, not what you want to do. And let me tell you this, people that are poor and have a poor mindset, and I'm not talking about poor as far as fiat, I'm talking about their mentality. Okay. They will say things to like try and make you feel bad about putting yourself in a better position because they don't have the ability to understand it. Their mind does not comprehend. Listen to what your big cuz Ashley Ann is telling you right now. Listen to what I'm telling you. Sometimes you need to do a short-term sacrifice so that you can live the way that you want to live for the rest of your life. I was willing in my 20s to buckle down and focus. And because I was able to do that, I now live a life that a lot of people desire. And I'm still in my 30s. I haven't hit 40 yet. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So I'm telling you this, it's not even a scarcity mindset. People that have that there's different levels of comprehension, right? There are different ways that people see the world, and people that need that instant gratification, and people that have very weak egos, and they're doing everything to be seen. They're doing everything, you know what I mean, for the adoration of other human beings instead of doing things that are actually going to help them advance. Okay, they will try and shame you for being smart. They will try and shame you because you have a support system and they don't have a support system, because their life is in shambles. They want your life to be in shambles because they are used to living in financial dysfunction and fear and stress and having their adrenaline to the max all the time. They will try to tell you to do things that are going to put you in that situation. Okay, I don't care what anybody has to say about you. I don't care if somebody wants to talk about you. I don't care if people want to make fun of you. This is when I was married to my ex-husband a long time ago. Okay, a long time ago. His sisters would make fun of me because I did not want to get a new car. Okay, I bought a Cadillac CTS when I was in college. I paid my car off. There was nothing wrong with my car. My car was still working. It wasn't costing me a lot for maintenance. And I drove that car. I kept it washed. I kept it clean. You know what I mean? I kept it organized on the inside. And they would be on him. Oh, when she's going to get a new car? When she's going to get a new car? When she's going to get a new car? Then he started putting pressure on me to get a new car. I don't need a new car. There's nothing wrong with my car. I'm building a business. For those of you that don't know, I opened up my event design and production company when I was 21 years old. I think I bought my Caddy when I was like 21 or 22, and I had excellent credit. So all these other people who had Cadillacs had like a $700 car note. Mine was only like $380 a month. Okay. I have always, even as a young person, I've always been smart when it came to my money and when it came to my finances. And I wasn't going to let anybody pressure me into getting a new vehicle because of what other people had to say about what I was riding in. But yet she had a Benz, but then she would have to bring it to him to get the oil change because she couldn't afford to take it to the shop and get pay the $200, $300, whatever they're charging for the oil and for the filters. I'm saying all of this to say is that people that are hood rich, people that, are very insecure with themselves, they will try, hey, Chrissy, they will try and make you feel insecure because you're taking a moment to step back. You're taking a moment to reorganize your finances. I am telling you, I'm telling y'all what is happening right now. There is a wealth transfer. And I'm not telling you that you're going to be out here making billions of dollars like Elon Musk. But if you can come up on $500,000, if you can come up on $2 or $3 million over the next few years because you were smart enough to leverage, right, what is happening out here, you absolutely 100% should be doing it. Do not let people make you feel ashamed because you're not running out to buy a new outfit every week. Don't let somebody make you feel ashamed because if you have a car and your car is working and your car is fine and your car isn't having problems and you're not having to spend just buku's money like on maintenance and stuff for the car, if that car is gonna make it, baby, do not run out and get you a new car right now. Don't go do it. Not with the crazy interest rates. You need to take all of your money and you need to stack it so you can purchase your land or you can purchase your home or you can put that money into your business. I am telling you that as someone that has done that. When I bought my first house, I didn't buy a starter house like everybody. And I'm not disrespecting people that buy starter homes. Shout out to y'all. We all do what we got to do. But because Crunchy While Black, because I was willing, right, to make the sacrifices, like I'm telling y'all right now, I purchased a beautiful home in a well-established neighborhood. Little old single me was doing better than married couples. Okay. And I didn't have to struggle to get in my house. And I wasn't house poor either. People get houses and they become house poor, or they have a big old house and all you hear is echo, echo, echo because they ain't got no furniture. No, I came into my house and my house was fully furnished when I came up in this piece. The only thing I had was one bedroom that I was like, oh, I want to put a double bed in there. And I had to figure out the configuration. And then when I went to furnish it, I dropped $10,000 that day to buy everything I wanted for that room at one time. And it didn't stress me out. Did they issue just same way y'all go to McDonald's? Why? Because I was willing to take the steps. And there are some things in my life right now, I'm absolutely finna pare back on some other stuff because I see what's about to happen again. And if I can run up my net worth by another 10 million, 12 million, if I can figure out how to run up my net worth by another 20 million over the next few years, then absolutely, positively, I will. You think I care what somebody got to say about me? You think I care because people come in online, some random gay man with dirty fingernails talking about, my wig is cheap, that it's synthetic? I don't care. Baby, I actually got $1,000. Whether it's on my head or in my pocketbook, I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a wig. That's stupid to me. I'm not on a national television show right now. I'm not somewhere with HD cameras and lights. What I look like going to spend $1,000 on a wig when I can buy $1,000 worth of Ripple. I can buy $1,000 worth of Ada. Literally, sometimes you can find properties or pieces of land for $1,000 or $2,000. So you see what I'm saying? You said, but my hair looks good. Thank you. But I'm just telling you, I'm just saying, because these are the things, right, that people will say about me. And all at the same time, they're sitting in an apartment with a popcorn ceiling. In an apartment that if they get 2 weeks behind on their rent, they're going to be evicted. And I have a home, a beautiful, gorgeous home with 20-foot tall ceilings and sparkly drapes. A fully furnished home, okay, decked out for Christmas. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but I'm just putting it into perspective for y'all. So this is the time, okay, right now, you need to get your LLC and you need to start restructuring your finances. And we need to really, I know some of y'all don't want to do this, but y'all, you need to do this, and you need to do it before the end of the year. You need to get yourself get a notebook or a piece of paper, and you're going to write down your expenses. And some of y'all need to get a little journal because you're unaware of what you're spending. And you need to have a little pen on you at all times, and you need to write down everything you're buying. Everything. You need to write down what you bought, what time, what was the reason you bought it. Because a lot of people will come and they'll tell me they don't have money, but whenever I have my clients do this activity and we go through it, I'm like, no, you do have money for ads. Oh no, you do have money for inventory. And they're like, oh no, I don't. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, I see right here. You went to the nail shop and you spent $160 at the nail shop, and they're like, "What, baby? You better go to the beauty school, or you better get some press-ons because I'm trying to put you in a position to where you will be able to go to the nail shop whenever you feel like it moving forward." You understand what I'm saying? Like, oh, you went to the lash tech so you could get your lashes done. Well, she charged you $189, and you're gonna have to pay $129 for those refills. You better get on Amazon and you better get you some lash clusters because they look just as good. And you can pay $30 and you can do 10, 12 sets of lashes. And boom, guess what? Now you have the money to run your awareness ads. Now you have the money to purchase your inventory. Now you have your money to do your pre-sale. Now you have the money to pay for your text messaging system or your system that you need to put your community in for your business. I'm just keeping it a buck. So you really have to, hey, Mika Finance, you're really gonna have to get comfortable. Like, I'm not gonna say completely let go of some of the luxuries, but maybe they're really a treat. You know what I'm saying? If you really love going to get like your lashes done, that may need to be something that you do once a quarter instead of twice a month now. If you really, really, really love going to the salon to get your nails done, it may be something that you only do like every other month now because you can't sit here and tell somebody like me that you don't have the money. I'm like, okay, well, you really don't want it that bad. You can't be out here going to Starbucks every day, getting your breakfast sandwich and your latte, spending $15, $16 every single morning, and then turn around and tell me like, oh, Ashley Ann, I didn't have the money to pay for my Linktree, or I didn't have the money to pay for my email autoresponder. You do have the money to pay for your email autoresponder. Because you have to think, right, when we get into like someone that makes money like me all the time, when I'm spending, I always ask myself the question, how much is this going to make me? Right. And then once we get to the point where this income is coming in the way that we want it to be coming in, now we can go back to having those luxuries on a regular basis. You say I just called you out. The Starbucks got you. I'm just saying, okay. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you guys the truth. By the way, can y'all do me a favor? Can y'all tap the screen and make sure that you are sharing the live? Anybody that's watching me, and FYI, any of you guys that are small business owners or you're starting up your business and you know you need guidance with the pricing, setting up your automations, creating automated sales, you need help building up a buying base, you need help running ads, all of that good stuff, click the link in my bio. You do want to join Kingdom Essentials Plus. We get started in January. You will be working with me for 12 weeks. Okay. I'm not passing you off to somebody else. You're going to work with me for 12 weeks so we can help you get to a point where at least you're doing a few $1,000s every single month on a regular basis. Okay. And then hopefully after that, you'll be able to come into Instacoin and we can run you up to $20,000, $25,000 a month. All right. You said the drinks have you in a chokehold, baby. Some of them drinks you got to learn how to make them at home. Okay. And again, I'm not trying to, you said, thank you for saying I'm the truth. Thank you, Beauty Culture 101. Baby, I've helped a lot of clients, okay, get their bread, okay? But I'm tough, and I'm not tough because I'm trying to be a jerk. I'm tough because I want you to do well. I'm tough because I know when you get out in the world, they're not going to have any mercy on you. And I have to get stuff like I have to drive it into you so it turns into instinct for you. Okay. The reason my clients will tell you that they do so well with me, I don't do when you start working with me in those types of programs, it's not cookie cutter. Everything is customized to what you got going on. I absolutely care about y'all. I care about y'all 100%. So if you know you need some accountability and you also know you need some help, you need some guidance, you need someone to help you plan and plot out promotions, pricing, your offer, content so you can get in front of your right audience and stuff, you need to click the link in my bio and come into Kingdom Essentials Plus. Okay. I ain't got there's no cheaper option to work with me. Okay. but it's really inexpensive. It's only like $1,500 like for 12 weeks, which is insane. Okay. So go and do what you got to do. Okay. Now, next, back to this plotting your expenses and your purchases. Okay. Not only are you going to be plotting your expenses and your purchases so you can actually look and see what money you have coming in, we need to look through there and we need to see, okay, what are we spending? Okay. What are we spending that aligns with our hobbies? or with our passions. And this is the thing, I don't want you to cut out your hobby or your passion. We're going to figure out how to monetize it. And the reason I'm telling you this, because I get asked all the time. People come and they say, Ashley Ann, I want to start a business, but I don't, know what to do, right? And this is the thing, everyone's not going to be an inventor. Hey, Shauna, thank you. Everyone's not going to be a creator. Everybody is not gonna, have some groundbreaking research and development. No, but we can make money with what you like to do. Okay. And whatever you like to do doesn't even necessarily have to translate into like an ebook or a physical product or a digital product. What you like to do can be based around a community. What you like to do, we can find a way for you to make a lot of money off of affiliate marketing. But guess what? You need to have that thing and that social media or that community set up as a business for you to be able to get the tax advantages from it. One of the biggest mistakes that I see content creators or curators or commentators or the bunnet bandits, as y'all like to call them, or what somebody call them, like a bunnet babbler or something like that. People that do commentary, one of the biggest mistakes that I see being made is that you guys did not turn it into an LLC, like your page or your online persona. And so what happens is you start making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $15,000 a month from social media or from your affiliate links. And now all of that money is on you as an individual person. And now you're about to crap a brick because now your tax people, Uncle Sam is saying, hey, you owe me $75,000. Because TikTok and Instagram and YouTube turn in how much you earn. They turn in a Schedule K on you, and it's on your transcripts. Blink, blink, blink. And because you didn't write it as a business and you didn't have an LLC, well, now you can't write off your camera. Now you can't write off your new iPad or your laptop that you needed or your stands. If you're a fashion content creator or a cooking content creator, baby, when you go to the grocery store and you get that stuff, that's a legitimate write-off for you because that's that's a necessary and ordinary expense for someone in your profession. You're a beauty content creator. Yeah, all of that was a write-off. You went to a particular location. You traveled, let's say you traveled to Mexico, you traveled to Panama or Costa Rica, and you did content when you were down there, and you also maybe did some live streams or you did some trainings or something. Well, if that's documented properly, that's a work trip and you can write it off, but you can't write it off if you don't have a business. Blink, blink, blink. So what I am telling you, whatever you bake cakes, dope. Oh, baby, all that flour, sugar, your cake baking supplies, those little nozzles, the tips, the bags, all of that stuff, your cake baking classes you're taking, your business classes, the workshops you're going to, all of that is legitimate write-off. Every single stitch of it, every single piece of it. And so, but because we're not being taught this, we don't know. And what I am telling you is if you're when you're looking at your expenses and you're looking at your purchases and we're looking to see, okay, what is this that, thank you for my crown, Shauna, what is this that I enjoy? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're looking at. What is this that's a part of my hobby? I'm not going to tell you to cut that out, right? We got to be balanced in life. You absolutely need to have some enjoyment. You need to have some things that are fun for you. You need to have some things that bring you joy. What I'm telling you to do is to be smart about it and let's make what? That was crazy. Thank you, Tiffany. That bubblegum was crazy. That was weird. It was like a mouth in my mouth. That was crazy. That was wow. But what I that was crazy. Sorry. Y'all can't see it on like YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, but that was wow. But anyway, what I am telling you is let's be smart, right? We want to work smarter and not harder. You said I look like Beyonce. Thank you. You want to work smarter and not harder, right? That's what we're focused on. And so in order for you to be, for you to be working smarter and not harder, why would we not find a way to make money with things that we enjoy? Right? If you does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Like, if you find that you're spending like a lot of money on subscriptions because you really love watching TV, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Well, maybe we need to be a commentator or a show reviewer, and we need to build a community and pages around that. Like I'm super serious right now. People think when I say stuff like this, they're like, ain't no way. Yes, there is. I literally have clients that make money watching TV. I have clients that earn over $200,000 a year right now that they watch TV and they review the shows. And now they're getting invited to these like show premieres and red carpet events, and the shows are reaching out to them and even paying them to watch and review the shows. Okay. If you if you are out here in these streets and you really, really love to like go to food festivals or something, well, guess what? You can, yes, do what Jay Janice says, drop your daily heart means. We can create a business for you and it's a legitimate expense. You hey to empower, it's a hey Winrich, it's literally a hey herbal ash pot. It will literally be a legitimate business expense for you, right? A legitimate business to be traveling across the country, right? Or across the world, going to these different food festivals and tours, because that's what you do and that's what your content is about, right? And that's what you put out there and that's what you build. So, and literally those, like you traveling, you getting the tickets for those festivals, the camera crew, the gas, all of that stuff, that would be legitimate expense for what you do. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to communicate to you, to everybody that's in here. Okay. That's what I'm trying to communicate to everybody that's in here. Whatever you're into, you said that's what you want to do. But for wellness, you can do it for wellness. You can do it for anything. But let's look at what brings you joy. What are you spending money on? I love my house. I love my house. I've been going back and forth. See, this is one of the reasons I'm sad about TikTok being banned. TikTok is the only platform that allows me to be unniched. Okay. I don't have to be niched on TikTok and I still am able to build up my community and build up my following, right? Instagram, they don't want to let me be great. Instagram, they like, nah, girl, you just talk to us about how to make money and talk to us about this business, right? But I'm like, it's other stuff. Y'all know I love the house. I love decor. I love flowers, right? I was an event designer and producer, still do that for years, okay? I love cooking on YouTube in my shorts, pretty much, baby, they want me to cook, craft, or be cute. I try and do anything outside of that, them views is trash. Okay. So one thing I loved about TikTok just let me be me, all the way around me. I can talk to y'all about business. We can get on here and have community conversations. Then I can show y'all me making my giant bows for my Christmas tree. And I can get in here and cook up and, be like, hey, here's my recipe for a quick Chinese chicken salad. You understand what I'm saying? I can do everything over here. I've never experienced an app like TikTok where I didn't have to be niched. I can just be on here doing whatever I feel like doing, right? Right. But realistically, knowing with what they're trying to pull off with the band, I'm like, okay, on the home decor, the cooking content, stuff like that, I'm probably going to have to make me a third channel on Instagram. So that way I have a place to put all of that content. You know what I'm saying? Like legitimately, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to create a home so I can be niched in that, because that's the way that those algorithms work. Okay. So you said, yes, I love being my own niche without restrictions. I know, girl. I'm so bummed out. Okay. But does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? Whatever it is that you really like, there's a way you can make money with it on every social media platform. So if you like really love house stuff, you really love gardening, you really love being a dad, you really love being a mom, if you're a person you really love, I don't know, investments, lampshades, antiquing, I don't care. Whatever it is that you like that's your thing. You really like fitness, whatever. We can find a way to create income for you with it. So when you're looking at your purchases and your expenses, this is not for you to live a life where you're just miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, let's work on this. Is why my clients are happy. This is like, if you start a business, you have to be able to sustain it. And one of the reasons I have clients that earn so much money and they can do it year after year after year after year is because we build businesses for them that fit with their lifestyle, and we build business for them with things that they like. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and somebody ain't never told none of y'all this before. Hey, I Dream to Inspire You Promotions. Some of y'all have not made any money and your businesses are failing because you're doing things based off of money instead of doing things that you actually enjoy, instead of doing something that you really have an interest in. It's the truth. One of the reasons I'm one of the best, like, and y'all know for a long time, I ran away from being called a coach. People be like, oh, that's my coach. I'd be like, don't call me a coach. Don't call me a coach. Because there were so many people that were coaches that were really scammers. I'm like, no, I'm just a business builder. I just build businesses, right? But I finally, y'all have worn me down after all these years, right? But one of the reasons I'm like the best at what I do is because I love this. Can't y'all tell? When y'all ever see me having to read off of a teleprompter? When have y'all ever said, like, oh, I'm out of content, I don't have anything to talk about? Even right now, like, I'm like, oh, I want to talk about expenses and purchases. That's it. Hey, baby, look, that's it. That's all that's written down. I don't have to go through something because I love this. I genuinely get excited. I get happy down in my spirit. I'm talking about I can feel it in my bones. When one of y'all sends me a DM and y'all are like, oh my God, Ashley, I did what you told me to do. And I made 18 sales this week. I love that. You said Trump's tax plan. Yeah, baby, we done went through how the taxes are going to increase for 80% of y'all in here. And now we're talking about how you can combat it or leverage it because Trump's administration and Trump himself, they like businesses. So we're talking about having LLCs based off of things that you like to do, things that you're called to do. Some of y'all are literally broke and you haven't been able to find like that thing that's making you money because you're not really being honest with yourself. You're trying to be someone else. You're chasing after a quick dollar. You're like, oh, there are all these fitness influencers. I'm gonna be a fitness influencer. Oh, there's weight loss influencers. I'm gonna be a weight loss influencer. There's lifestyle influencers. I'm gonna be a lifestyle influencer. But you're not. You don't even like people like that. You know, I'm just keeping it a buck. You need to do something that you like. So when we're looking at the expenses and the purchases and you're tracking them, like if you're journaling, you're going to be like, wow, I really spend a lot of money or I really spend a lot of time on this thing. How can I turn that into money for myself? Does that make sense? I am able to the way these other people, y'all ain't notice how some of these people that are coaches, they only get online and they only talk to y'all when they're about to drop a product. And then outside of that, they're always on the internet. Oh, I got to protect my peace. I'm experiencing burnout. I'm so stressed out. I had all kinds of crazy shit going on this past year, baby. The past year, 2024 was rough on your girl. Y'all wouldn't have never known it though. Why though? But why was I able to continue doing what I'm doing? Because I really love it. I don't get burnt out. People always say, they're like, my favorite thing about you is how consistent you've been. Some of y'all have watched me for over 10 years. Y'all like, this girl always shows up. Why do I always show up? Because this is what I'm called to do, because I actually like this. And what I'm telling you to do is when we're looking at, when we're looking at creating this LLC that we're going to leverage, what is something that you really like? What is something that really makes you happy? And this doesn't mean that there are going to be some things about it that you're going to have to do that you don't like. Like nobody likes learning the new terms. Nobody likes setting up pixels, right? Nobody likes having to build out a funnel. Nobody likes writing the emails. Nobody likes it when I'm breathing down their neck talking about your segmentation is off, right? That may not be a part that you like, but the actual putting it together. Some of y'all are inconsistent with your content because you're trying to force yourself to be someone that you're really not. So we're going to look and see what are the expenses, what are the purchases, what is lining up with something that I genuinely enjoy. And now we're going to form our LLC around that. Also, remember, necessary and ordinary. Okay. If it's a necessary and ordinary expense, it's a write-off. So does this make sense? Y'all see where I'm going? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If there is something that you're already spending money on, and we can turn it into a business, and now we can get the write-offs, and this is a way to mitigate those taxes going up, right? And you can take 20% of your income as an individual and you can throw it out the window. See, y'all didn't know that. But those of us that own businesses, we know that. And Donald Trump wants to extend the QBI. When he was campaigning, he was like, I want to make it permanent. Blink, blink, blink. Donald Trump also loves bonus depreciation because he like getting a write-off. Donald Trump don't like paying the Fed taxes. Thank you. Why all y'all keep saying I look like Beyonce tonight? I think it's the blush placement, maybe. But thank y'all. Right, but y'all picking up what I'm putting down. A lot of y'all like bonus depreciation. What's that? Yeah, baby. Everything you're buying for your business, you write that off. Write it off. Write it, baby. Write it off. Write it down. And again, if you know how to document, if you know how to categorize your different stuff, then you're gonna find like, oh wow, I can afford my life. And while other people are gonna be out here like squandering, perishing, suffering, because I'm telling you, they are about business. They are setting up everything to focus on business. And what is a business's job? A business's job is to be profitable. Blink, blink, blink. So no, they don't care about the people. They care about the profits, okay? And they're creating tax advantages and incentives to help the rich become richer. And this is just the reality of the situation. So if we know that's what's going on, like let's not whine and cry about it. Hey, Glorious Locks. Instead, we're gonna get ourselves in order and we're gonna figure out how we can capitalize off of it and how Hey She Is magazine, how we can get us a piece of that pie. Does that make sense? Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? So literally some of the write-offs, and the reason I'm talking about necessary and ordinary and how this needs to line up, because a lot of y'all like there's scammers that are out here and they just make it seem like you can just write off everything in your business. You cannot just write off everything in your business if that's not a necessary and ordinary expense for that business. You see, y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So like I can't be out here saying like, okay, I'm a beautician, and then like, oh, I bought a brand new pair of red bottoms. I get to write this off. Well, no, that's not a necessary and ordinary expense for the beautician, right? Now, maybe if you're doing like a fantasy hair show, right? And they have to have special costumes because that's a necessary and ordinary thing. I don't know if y'all ever been, I don't know if they even still have hair shows, but back in the day, oh baby, I was never a beautician, but my cousin's a beautician, and I used to love going to Bronner Brothers hair show with her. And then they would have those hair shows up in Chicago too. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Oh my God. You wanted the fantasy of the hair, the outfits, the theatrics, baby. It's a whole thing. It was it was a whole thing. So now if you needed to buy all these sparkles and sequins and the blazer and this and that and all of this other stuff, you need to get it for the hair show because that is necessary and ordinary in your industry. Well, now that makes sense. You picking up what I'm putting out, baby? Detroit, okay, baby. No, the girls in Detroit have about 5 hairstyles on their head at one time, and I love it. I don't care who calls me hood. I don't care who calls me ghetto. I don't care. I love it. I'm here for the creativity because this is the thing. They try and label stuff as hood or ghetto whenever black people do it, and then whenever white people take it and steal it, then they're like, "Oh, it's so creative." Hey, not and happy, what's going on? No, baby, I already see what it is. But does that make sense? So I'm telling you this because some of y'all, like in the IRS, they're looking. You can't be like, oh, I'm a content creator, So I just went and bought a $12,000 bedroom suit. Well, are you creating content in your bed? Like, did you get a bedding deal? Are you always in your bedroom? Like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? That may make sense. Okay. But you have to make it make sense. It has to be necessary and ordinary. Okay. Now, if you traveled to the Dominican Republic because y'all needed to film content and you were doing some commercials there, and maybe you had like a speaking engagement or you did a meet and greet or something, well, now that's legitimate, right? And we're going to document it and you can actually write that off. You see what I'm saying? What's my Instagram? I'm at King Ashley Ann. I'm at King Ashley Ann on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and here on TikTok. You find me at King Ashley Ann everywhere. But does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So when we're looking at going through, like I told y'all, we're going through expenses, we're going through purchases, we're looking at what we're really spending money on. Okay, how can I make this align with a business moving into the new year? Okay. I want to talk to y'all about lower tier products, but I guess because I've yapped so much tonight, already. I'm about to run out of time because I got to stay on schedule. So, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get through lower tier products in like 15 minutes, because for those of you that already have businesses, I touched on this like maybe a week and a half ago, but we really, really got to get into lower tier products and packaging. So that's probably what I'm going to come back and talk about tomorrow. But let's do a Q&A. If anybody has questions, y'all can pull up and y'all can ask me questions. Maybe if I can get my box open. And if this made sense to y'all, the information that I went through tonight, if it's clicking in your brains, like, okay, you know, where you can see a pathway of how you need to lay these things out so that you can leverage them and put yourself at an advantage, then I would highly encourage y'all to click the link in the bio, go check out the information about my Kingdom Essentials Plus mentorship. Like I said, we'll be working together for 12 weeks, like on building out your businesses so you can start businesses and stay in business. You said stop holding out on the robes. Baby, I do love a robe. If I ever went into like a retail line, it would definitely be like loungewear. Some of my clients, they say I have like a sexy, comfy style, baby, because I love a robe and I love a caftan. Okay, all day long. I'm gonna be in a robe. Okay, they make me feel so fabulous. You know what I'm saying? You just be doing regular stuff in the house, but you just feel fabulous. Okay, when you out here in a fabulous robe instead of an old ratty one, and they feel good. You know what I'm saying? It takes the same amount of effort to put this on as it does to put on some, you know, that's like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? It just makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Get your little robe, get your little shot in the house, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I wear this one outside sometimes. I put it on with like a belt, a cute pair of heels or whatever, depending on where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I have a little cleavage out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Being cute. I here being fabulous. Hey, Miss Riri.
Ow.
Ow.
How you doing?
I'm doing
I just
good.
wanted to make
How
sure
are
that your
you?
box had opened and stuff. That's why I had requested up.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It is
You doing all
open,
right today?
girls. I am. I'm doing fabulous. I'm being productive. More productive than I want to be, but I'm productive nonetheless.
Yes, ma'am. Good deal.
Do I have a course for renting properties? The leasing setup. I would tell you to go to Ed Davis. I think his Instagram is Ed the Mogul. But if you put in Ed Davis, he and his wife have like over 300 doors. Like that's their thing. I don't know anybody that's better at rental properties than Ed and Tatiana. Go and check them out. They're amazing. When I say they're amazing, that's what they do. That's what they do. Up, down, forwards, backwards, all day long. They are really, when I say they got it down to a science, even how to screen your renters. Hold on, let me look. Hold on. And I'll tell you exactly what his handle is on the gram. Because I don't think he's on YouTube. Okay, so his on Instagram is EDDAVIS. So Ed Davis the Mogul. Ed Davis the Mogul. EDDAVISTHEMOGOAL. Mogul. Like not mogul, mogul, like moguls. Okay. Ed Davis, the mogul. But yeah, he and his wife are literally, like, I'm not even joking, they are the best people that I know when it comes to rental properties and being able to flip. And they've helped so many people get into their homes and get their doors. So many. So many. So yeah. And that's something else, y'all, too, while you're out here building out your businesses or your plan, don't be a greedy goose. And what I mean by that is don't be a person that's afraid to refer people to the proper person. Sometimes, I don't know if it's people's ego or what, but sometimes, someone will come to you and they'll request something or they'll ask something, and it may not be the best thing for your business to handle. It is okay to refer people to other people. And in the long run, you're going to end up having clients that are going to stay with you, or they'll circle back to you. Your job should be to put that person in the best position possible, not run their pockets. And that's why I was like, I'm going to be praying that the get over spirit get up off of y'all, because a lot of y'all love to hustle. Y'all love a scheme created by Todd. And at the end of the day, we don't always need a scheme created by Todd. Sometimes it's okay to say, like, there's someone that's better than me in this particular thing. You be the best at your thing, if that makes sense. Like, don't be out here just like, oh, I just, it's gotta be me. No, send it on to somebody else. There's plenty of people that I pass along to other people that I think do an amazing job at something else. What would you recommend for a solo business that wants to scale but unable due to other technicians wanting to be bosses? I just want to scale for the clients because I can't do everyone. What do you mean by other technicians wanting to be bosses? I'm kind of confused. How would other technicians, I guess, keep you from scaling? Give me some more detail on what you're asking me, or ask me in a different way. Because if you got a lot of clients, my thing is basically getting you people in, having them sign NDAs, and training them in a specific technique so that way you can keep the clients happy and keep that money moving. You need help with your biz? Hey, Core Speaks. Send me a DM. We can see if Kingdom Essentials Plus is a good program for you. We'll get started in January. We'll be working together for 12 weeks, and it's for small business owners and startups. So it's really focused on getting the right audience, getting your customer, introducing the proper products to them, and being able to sell and convert in automated sales. Like, you should be doing daily sales. Hey, Tiffany, what's going on? Hey, Joel from Panama. You got this. I'm gonna bring you up honey bunches of oats. But those techs would rather be their own boss than to learn. So get you some people that don't want to be their own boss. If they want to be their own bosses, let those people be their own bosses. You get you some people in that don't want the responsibility of business ownership, because everybody's not designed or meant to be a business owner. You know what I'm saying? There are tons of people. I honestly feel like when you get out of high school, I feel like everybody should have to run a business for at least 2 years. And I feel I feel like life would be very different, like all the way around, because honestly, you have to have a certain temperament and you got to have a certain level of crazy to be a business owner. So if they want to be their own boss, and let me be clear, it's the difference between a boss and a business owner, because a lot of people just want to say like, oh, I have an LLC and I have a business card with my face on it. I'm a boss chick. Like, no, you're not, because you're not paying those invoices. You're not growing anything. You're not scaling anything. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, it's their egos that get in their way. Like, you have to know what you're called to do and what you're good at. And there's a lot of people that just want to be a boss, you know what I mean, for the sake of you being a boss. Like, I met a lady that literally had 12 LLCs and not one of them were making any money. Crazy. Insanity. But she was a boss. What are some ways you deal with biz burnout, self-doubt, drown out the noise and stay focused? The easiest way to deal with self-doubt is work on building up your self-esteem and your confidence. So you can start by like looking at little small decisions, or also recollecting times where you've made the proper decision and it's turned out good and it's turned out in your favor, because that's going to help you build confidence. And now that's evidence of the confidence that you should have. Also, getting yourself inside of a community. Like, I have a program called Monetization Nation, where you're surrounded by other small business owners and entrepreneurs and content creators, people that are going to be able to speak life over you with your affirmations. Also, a lot of people don't like to hear this. You need to spend your first 15-20 minutes in the morning not talking to anybody except for God. Being able to set the intentions for your day, because you're going to get a lot of voices. You're going to have a lot of people telling you what you shouldn't be. A lot of people telling you that you're not worthy of different things. Like there's a lot, like listen. When I was on Periscope back in the day, there was a group of other creators. They literally used to make live streams making fun of my accent. They used to make live streams attacking my businesses. That's how I ended up starting running my resume when I get trolls, because they would come in and try and troll me, disrespect me on a regular basis. I had girls when I was in college that they didn't see what I saw, you know what I'm saying? But I already knew who I was. So they would make fun of me, you know what I'm saying? Like they made fun of everything about me. You know what I'm saying? The way I decorated my house, the way I wore my hair, how I put my clothes together, you know what I'm saying? But now, like roles reversed, they wish that they were me. Same people that used to make fun of me and talk about me in my inbox trying to get a job. You see what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, like your self-esteem starts internally. And if you're actually spending time with God and talking to God and working on like your confidence and putting yourself in a more healthy environment, you're not gonna be on the self-doubt. Self-doubt literally comes from you having a lack of confidence in your own decisions. That's all it really is. And y'all clearly, a lot of y'all been with me for a long time. Y'all see, I don't give a flying fart what anybody got to say about me. I don't care. Okay, I don't clock in for somebody else. I clock in for myself. You know what I'm saying? I check in for myself. And most of the people that have crazy things to say about me, there's nothing in their life that I aspire to. Not nothing. There's nothing that they have that they're better than me in. Not a mentality, not a mindset, not a house, a car, a shoe, okay? Not a man, not a mama, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like when you get to that point, you will learn that other people's opinions of you, that's their opinions and their thoughts of you, but it's more important what I think about myself. And then as far as burnout, that's coming from you not pacing yourself properly. A lot of times burnout comes from trying to do too much at one time. So, like in the success planner, shout out to everybody that ordered the manifestation kit during Black Friday. But you'll notice inside of my daily planner, I only have you do 3 personal goals a day and 3 professional goals a day. More than that, things are going to get out of hand. The ball is going to get dropped. Things are going to fall through the cracks. And you will find that you will get way more done in a week or 2 weeks or in a month by slowing down and just being like, okay, I'm just focused on getting these 3 things done and prioritizing things based on urgency instead of trying to do all of this stuff at one time. It's okay to say no. Like y'all will notice, like my target audience, everybody is not my target audience. I'm not out here trying to service everybody because everybody is not my customer. Where do I find the sign up for the mentorship program? Click the link in my bio, tap the second button. You'll see all of the details about Kingdom Essentials Plus. And if you got questions, I think I can DM people again. Y'all know I was banned. Somebody came and trolled me a couple months ago, and they suspended my ability to be able to send DMs. I think y'all can actually send me DMs now, and I can DM people back. But if you can't over here on TikTok, then just come to my Instagram and send me a DM. Let's see. I model for my aunt and would collaborate with her. That's dope. Let's see. Is it L Marie at home? I'm gonna try and bring you up, honey buns. Oh, you're welcome. What was the platform you mentioned to buy stock on for newbies? Robinhood and Coinbase. Coinbase is going to be good for like your crypto when you're getting started. And Robinhood is going to be. You can buy some crypto on Robinhood. They don't have as many altcoins on there available, but you still can get some. But it's just a good place to get started. If you aren't to the point yet where you're going to have like a Fidelity account or something like that. Hey, El.
Now make a yellow triangle and points.
Let's see. Good places to start. And let me tell y'all this. People are going to talk about you or try and make fun of you because you're cutting back. It don't matter. It does not matter. People that are not financially stable have no room to talk about other people and their finances. People that have never been financially stable, people that have never amassed an amount of anything, they have no room to talk about anyone else. I am telling y'all this. If your lease is about to be up and you have a way that you can live with someone or move with someone else, do it. Do it for 6 to 8 months and stack that cash up, and you be a blessing. Like, you need to be so amazing when you're living with someone else that they hate to see you going. You know what I'm saying? Like, do stuff that they don't ask you to do. Get up and clean their kitchen, mop their floors. You know what their favorite food is or their favorite drink is, buy it and put it in the refrigerator just for some appreciation. You know what I'm saying? When you there, if they letting you stay, especially if it's like a mama or uncle or a sister or a cousin or something, baby, slide them a little something on them bills. Even if you are only paying half of what you need to pay, you can stack up to be able to own a home much, much sooner. Okay. Put that house the way it used to be. Cook dinner sometimes. Okay. I see some of y'all don't like hearing this, but this is the truth. Wherever you go, you need to become an asset. People need to feel bad when you're gone. They need to miss you. Okay. People don't need to be like, oh, thank God they out of here. I'm a novice for investing. How does wallets work? If you have a cold wallet, it's like a hard storage, and you literally, as you're earning, you'll move your coins over to your cold storage, and you'll learn how to read your ledger. All of them have different ledgers. Let's see. I meal prep for them and make breakfast. Absolutely. I'm just telling the truth, because some of y'all are users and you leeches. And that's why you're unable to keep like mutually beneficial relationships. That's why you're not able to keep friendships. That's why, when you're in romantic relationships, you're having a hard time being able to get past the first date, the next date, or the third date. Some of y'all are straight up leeches. This is why people just all of a sudden ghost you, because you're draining, and no one's ever told you that. And some of y'all are chaotic. Some of y'all create all kinds of unnecessary drama and circumstances just by the way that you think and the things that you say, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. That's the wildest part. So whatever it is you're doing, wherever it is you go, whatever space it is, you should have the mindset of, I want to improve things. I want to, and not force, you know what I'm saying? But just things to make their life easier. If you have an auntie or uncle or somebody and they let you come, they say, oh yeah, you can come and stay with me for the next 6 months or 8 months, or you can come stay with me for the next year to stack up. Yeah, you need to have it in your mind. Like, okay, well, I'm here, I'm doing things to make their life easier. They car, baby, oh, I know your car was dirty. Yeah, I just went on and washed it. It's the least I can do for you letting me be here. You said my client started seeing boxes show up at her house. Let's see, her daughter is moving, back for the next 4 years. She said they just started showing up. That's funny. But I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, that's the type of person you want to be. Do you recommend going through the bank for a mortgage when purchasing a duplex? If you can, why not? I mean, and this is the thing. If you have good credit, the banks will fight for you. They will fight over you to give you better programs, better rates, all kinds of stuff. You should be shopping. Y'all be going in there like the bank doing you a favor. Now you doing a favor by taking that mortgage out with the bank. Hey, Rose Goddess.
Hey, I'm sorry. This was an accident. I was tapping, but
well, thank you for tapping. Thank you for tapping.
Hello. All right, I'm gonna drop down. I'm driving, but I love you guys.
Be safe. Love you too, doll.
Thank you.
She's moving back to save money. Yeah, I think it's smart. I think it's smart, and I don't want to get into it because we don't have time. A lot of y'all need to change the way that you dating.
Say it again for the people in the house.
We ain't got time to get into it, but a lot of people need to change the way that they are dating. Blink, blink, blink. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. You were raised right for sure. It's showing appreciation that I could do more period. I have my own home through a mortgage company, but you're speaking facts, how to live with other people. Amen. And congratulations on having a home. I said what I said. You said, tell us more. I'm going to just tell it real quick. I'm going to tell it real quick, Sasha, because I got to get up off of here, okay? Some of the criteria that I see women using for dating and some of the criteria I see men using for dating is asinine. Listen real well, okay? Men and women that are sitting on the internet, on podcasts and panels all day, complaining about what women do all day. I'm telling you this right now. Those women complaining about what men do all day, they are lower frequency people, and y'all are letting them seep into your brain and turn it into mush against the opposite sex. Y'all letting them put all kinds of crazy ideas in your head about the opposite sex. They clearly don't have it figured out because they haven't been able to have successful relationships and sustain them. And a lot of them don't realize they're telling on themselves when they talk about how all women are terrible or all men are terrible and these people are the bottom of the barrel. That's because they're the bottom of the barrel. You are what you interact with. So why are you interacting with bottom of the barrel? Why are you not anywhere where there's elevated men or elevated women? Oh, you know what? Because those elevated men and women don't want you. They would, the level of brokenness that they have going on, those men and women that they desire don't want them. And now they're angry about it. And y'all got to stop listening. Y'all got to stop listening to them. If there's women on the internet and they talking about how it's pee in the dating pool and all these men are bums and all men cheat and all men this, that, baby, that's her. That is her. That's her experience. Don't be picking up these other people's experiences and turning it into your reality. Baby, okay, it's plenty of men, okay, always trying to, I've never, even when I was a teenager, I ain't never dated no man that didn't have no job. When I was a teenager, even as a teenager, all the little boys knew to take you on a date. Even when we were teenagers, okay, they would take you to the mall. Y'all would go to Carino's or Chili's or something like that. They take you to a little movie. So you're telling me that you can't attract grown adult men who want to take you out on a date, and even teenage boys know to take you out on a date? I'm telling you, that has a lot to do with these women and the men that they're surrounding themselves with. When you hear men on there, oh, all black women ain't this, black women. No, that's the black women you're around. And so that lets me know immediately that black women that are of any type of caliber, they're running from you. Or you don't know where to find them because you're not as high frequency as you think you are. And that's just the truth. I've never seen a man or a woman who's happy with their dating options, that's happy with their relationship choices on the internet complaining. Never seen it. No, when I say never seen it, never seen it. If you feel like everybody that's around you is a bum, baby, wake up. You're probably a bum too. If you're not a bum, why are you hanging out with bums? Why are you in Lodabar? Make it make sense. When I went to Afrotech, right? I was thinking to myself, right? When I went to Afrotech, I was thinking to myself, I was like, look at all the people on the internet that complain about how women and men dress, and all those men and women were dressed tasteful, stylish, you know what I mean? Creative wears. Everybody was professional. Everybody looked good, smelled good. People were really helpful. When nobody worried about like a fight breaking out, you know what I'm saying? They all knew how to talk to each other. If they saw somebody having a hard time, maybe their hands were full, people would run to open up a door. Maybe they dropped something. A bunch of men and women would immediately jump up to help pick up the stuff. People were exchanging ideas, information, right? Like literally, I'm telling y'all, these people that are on here saying this crazy stuff to you, you have got to start questioning it. Like, why is he or she having so much trouble? Why are they so angry? And why have they been here for a year or 2 years and they're complaining about the same thing and haven't created any type of solution? Why are you listening to the girl, you know what I'm saying, that says she likes men that have bodies on them telling you about men? I see a lot of discourse about Cooking with Kaya. I'm happy for her. Go off, girl. Get your mignon, okay? But let's keep it. And I saw people trying to pit Cooking with Kaya against Cooking with Ja. Those are two totally different women that have two totally different audiences. Cooking with Ja gets on here and she built up a following of women that wanted to learn how to cook. Cooking with Ja is a retailer. Cooking with Ja has her own seasoning, spices, cookware, recipe book, all of that. When you look at it, Cooking with Kaya, she is here to get the men to subscribe to her and give her coins. She's here to play into a fantasy for them, right? But they're two different audiences. How many men you think is going to be out here buying cookware from Cooking with Kaya? But people trying to pit them against one another. There's no competition. They're both in two totally different lanes, right? But y'all are out here listening to these raggedy Negroes with these think pieces talking about, oh, this all men. Shut up. That's phony and baloney. The only reason you can't find women that want to cook for you is because you're probably trash. Because all the women I know, they like cooking for their men. And their men don't have to ask them or beg them. All the women I know, they like looking cute. They like looking pretty for their men. And they men don't have to beg them or ask them. That's in them. They like putting themselves together. They're going to take care of their skin. They're going to take care of their homes, right? They're going to do those things. They want to do them. You can't find a woman that wants to do it because you're a loser and you haven't accepted the fact that you're a loser. The fact that you would be on the internet, I know you're a loser because you're on the internet lusting after a woman that doesn't know your name, that will never know your name, that wouldn't even spit on you. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, she wouldn't even spit on you, and you're trading that in and putting that in danger to lust after a random woman who you will never meet whenever you have a sure thing that's right there in front of your face. That already lets me know you're trash and your brain is mush. But y'all be all up in these spaces trying to argue with these men and get them to change their vantage point. And then y'all are like, ooh, I think I'm going to go on a date with him. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You as a woman are trash. If you can't attract a man that knows how to talk to you with gentleness, that says a lot more about you than it does about that man. Why you like abusive men? Why are you not going to the conference? Why are you not going down to the conference or to the association to meet you a man? Why are you not going to the town hall or to the city hall meetings? Why are you not going to the realtor associations? Why are you not going to the association for the landlords? Why are you not down at the boat club on the weekend? Huh? Why are you not over there? Because those men are nice and they know how to talk to women and they spend money on you and you don't have to beg them to do it. Why are you not going to the nicer restaurant in town with you, yourself, and I, or you and a friend, and y'all sit at the bar and you look cute and giggle so a man can send you a bottle or a drink across the bar? Huh? So a lot of this stuff, I'm just saying, you got to look at yourself and be like, why am I out here in these dirty environments and then getting upset because I get home and I have dusty feet? Blink, blink, blink. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, make it make sense. And why are y'all taking advice from people who are clearly miserable, people who clearly could not get what they want, people that are frustrated because the men and women that they want do not want them back? Y'all need to go find men and women that are happy. Men or women that are having happy experiences dating, happy experiences meeting people, happy experiences being in love, happy experiences being single, happy experiences building their businesses. You go find them and listen to them. But see, y'all don't want to listen to them because we're boring, right? Because we're boring, right? Stability is boring. Stability isn't exciting. But at the end of the day, we get what we want. Okay, baby? Because when I was out here and I was single in these streets, let's see, Dark Angel, are you trying to come up or is that an accidental request? Back in the day when I was out here in these streets and I was out here single and mingling or whatever, I was outside. You know what I'm saying? Baby, when I say I never, ever had a problem meeting a man, dating a man. I seen a video. I need to make a response to it. Some girl talking about asking a question, talking about these men want to keep big women a secret. What is you talking about, baby? I've been big for a long time. I ain't never had no man trying to keep me a secret. Matter of fact, they're very proud to have me. Extremely. Hey, Dark Angel, what's up?
Good evening, beautiful.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I haven't seen you in a minute because I've been very busy.
Hey, it's okay. I've been busy too. This is the first time I've been on in a few days, actually. Maybe 5 or 6.
So
now
for
I think
people
about
who are trying to buy a home, there's a NACA program, NACA.com.
Yes.
And if you're paying rent but it's not hitting your credit report, There are agencies out there that can get your credit, put on your credit up to 5 years back to help establish, so you don't need any, you get everything done. That will also boost your credit score. And do whatever you need to do on your own to clean up your own credit. Do not be paying these people all this money for something you can do yourself.
So the NACA program is true, and I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. A lot of people lie to themselves, and they tell people that they're going to do it, and they don't. And so if you've been I really feel like if you've been telling yourself for 6 or 7 months that you're going to do something, and you haven't did it, you need to go ahead and outsource it.
I would agree if that's what's going on in your life.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. They be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it." They get started and they never finish.
Yeah, if you're never gonna finish it, then you might as well pay somebody that's really reputable and knows what they're doing. Just get it done.
Yeah, we have some reputable people that are around here in the kingdom for sure. So if you're actually gonna do it, then I'm like, yeah, go for it. But the thing is, like, I can't tell you how many people be like, oh, I'm gonna build this funnel, and they never do.
And as far as the dating thing goes, until we women learn how to love ourselves, we need to stay single until we get right with ourselves before you start bringing somebody else in.
Thank you, J. Janice. Yeah. Sometimes you might meet your person in the process, though. So I don't know.
You might, but until you know you're right with yourself, you really can't love anybody else until you learn how to truly love and honor yourself.
To an extent, some people learn though, like some people they learn together, if that makes sense. I've seen that, and they've had very successful relationships.
That makes sense. I've seen that.
Y'all said Dark Angel is echoing. I don't hear echo on my side. Does anybody else hear echo for her? Hold on, it could just be them. I'm gonna see if it's anybody else in the comments that hears it. Yes. Oh, okay. It's a few echoes.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
You on Bluetooth?
Is that better?
Is that better, y'all? I didn't hear it. So.
Well, it was going through my car. So okay. I was sitting.
Are y'all saying yes, it's better, or yes, y'all hear the echo? Better? Okay, they said it's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, but most people, if you've been in a failed relationship time and time again, you might need to just step back and see where the problem really is.
Oh, for sure. The problem 90% of the time is definitely you.
Correct.
I am J. Janice. I saw your gift, baby. I'm gonna write you down. I got you in the drawing for the Dior. Okay. We're gonna give her away next week. But yeah, absolutely 100%. It is definitely you, especially if you keep encountering the same problem over and over and over and over again. You're definitely the issue. There's no one else except for you. And you got to be man enough or woman enough to say, I need to change. Like it's like fishing bait. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many people ever been fishing, but if what you're putting on the hook is not capturing the type of fish you want to catch, you have to change the bait. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. When there's a certain type of partner romantically that you're looking for, like if you're looking for somebody that's going to be financially responsible, well, you have to ask yourself, am I financially responsible, right? If you're looking for somebody and you want them to be in good health, well, am I in good health, right? If you're looking for somebody and you want them to have a certain aesthetic or look a certain way, and you don't look the way those type of people want you to look, well, you're going to have to change your appearance, and people don't like to hear that, and that's just the truth. And I see a lot of people looking down on people that you're really on the same level. Y'all are really matched. And it's very interesting to watch that play out in real time. And it's interesting to watch that play out. My rule is if you don't meet the qualification, then it should not be a requirement for you. You know what I'm saying? Like period. It just is what it is. And so it's interesting to see people have these really crazy high qualifications and look down on people that literally you guys are on the same level. Like water seeks its own level. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen anything like it quite before. And when you go into a lot of these spaces, right, where there are women that are saying, "Oh, I'm looking for somebody that's financially responsible," but I'm like, "Okay, sis, are you financially responsible? Like, what are you doing with your money? What type of investments do you have? Because you don't have to have a man to have, a crypto account. You don't have to have a man to own some land. You don't have to have a man to have an IUL. You don't have to have a man to max out your IRA. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a man for those things. So it's like literally, and I think this is going back to what you're talking about, like loving yourself, right? So what am I doing to be able to take control of my life and put myself in a better position? And typically that's going to put you in environments with other people. They're also, those other men and women, right, are trying to put themselves in a better position too. And so now you're more likely to meet someone that's better suited for you.
Yep. I mean, I've dated and I've divorced. I'm married, divorced. But I bought my house on my own. I got my crypto account. I got 3 other businesses. And when men want to date, and I'm like, okay. I says, but if you are not financially sound or in the process of being that way, I'm not taking on somebody else's problem.
Heck no. And that's another thing too. Y'all don't be out here dating no homosexuals. You know it's cold outside. People trying to leak up so they have housing.
And they was like, what's the problem? I say, well, you want to date. If your credit's not straight and you're not doing what you need to do, you're going to have to go get yourself together and come back and talk to me later, maybe. They get mad.
When are you asking these men about their credit?
I get upfront real quick. I'm like, I would like to date. But if you expected me to take care of you, we have a problem.
No, we can't be out here taking